Hello students, welcome back to Agriculture for 4. We are still on the topic that's agricultural marketing and trading. So last time we discussed on a part of agricultural marketing, that's marketing agencies, whereby we defined what marketing agencies are. Apart from that, we also listed examples of different agricultural agencies. Then we looked one by one the roles they will play in marketing agricultural products. So today, on today's lesson, we are proceeding from where we stopped, and now we'll be looking on agricultural marketing costs and margins. Marketing costs and margins. So be with me. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define the term marketing costs. You should also be able to define the term marketing margin. Then we need to identify sources of marketing costs in the marketing channel and also identify marketing margins in the marketing channels. And lastly, we need to look on the similarities between marketing costs and margins. Let's start with the term marketing costs. Marketing costs can be defined as expenses incurred by marketing agencies for specific functions, services, or roles they play in the marketing channel. Or we can define them as we can define marketing costs as payments made by marketing agencies for services in the marketing channel, or can be fees paid by marketing agencies for services in the marketing channel. So remember when we were discussing on marketing channel, whereby we describe marketing channel as the route through which agricultural products will move from the point of production to the point of consumption. And those agricultural products, in order for them to be transferred from the point of production to the point of consumption, they are facilitated by agencies. And remember that these agencies, when we are looking on last topic, last lesson, that these agencies, they perform different marketing functions so that they should help the products to move from the point of production to the point of consumption. So, as they are performing different marketing functions or different marketing activities, as they are moving the products from the point of production to the point of consumption, those activities which marketing agencies do, they will not do it for free, just because they'll need other people, they'll employ other people to help carry out different marketing activities. We are talking of transport, we are talking of processing, grading. Those activities cannot be done by a single person. So there are several people who are employed so that they can help in carrying out different marketing functions. So those marketing functions which are carried by different agencies, they are supposed to be paid for. So that's why we have defined marketing costs as expenses incurred by marketing agencies for specific functions or services or roles they will play in moving the products from the point of production to point of consumption. So that's how we can define marketing costs. They can be expenses, payments, or fees paid by marketing agencies as they are carrying out various marketing functions. So here we have the table, and the table is showing how the product will move from the point of production to the point of consumption. Uh, so those products, as I've already said, as they are moving in the along the marketing channel, there will be stages through which different marketing agencies they will be involved in moving the products from one point to another. So as that product will be moving from one point to another, remember I've said that there are different activities which will be taking place, and those activities will not be for free. There is something attached. There is something attached, hence marketing costs. So from this table, I will be able to identify the marketing costs which are incurred as the products will move in the marketing channel from the point of production, which is the farmer, to the point of consumption. So let's give an example of a 50 kg bag of beans on as it will be moving from one point to another up until it reaches the final consumer. So from this table we have this column showing marketing channel level, and we have this other column showing the charges. Then we have the price of the product. Then lastly, we have the share for each and every agents in the marketing channel involved. So this bag of beans, 50 kg bag, the farmer who is in Cheu, the price sold it at 9,000 kwacha. Sold it at 9,000 kwacha. Then that 50 kg bag, the intrade trader bought it from the farmer. So this intrade trader incurred the following expenses. He's supposed to pack those beans in a bag. So he bought a Hessian sack, 50 kg bag worth 150 kwacha. Then this inter trader is supposed to sell to the wholesalers. So the wholesalers are in Blantyre. So it means there will be expenses in terms of transport. There will be transport cost. So transport cost to Blantyre, it is costing 2,850 kwacha. Then obviously the internet trader will also need some profit out of the same 50 kg bag. So the profit or the internet trader as return is 6,000 kwacha. It means that bag, so the total cost here for trader, it is 9,000 kwacha. So which means that that bag which was sold at 9,000 kwacha by the farmer, now this trader cannot sell the same 9,000 kwacha just because he has incurred some expenses on the way as he was moving that 50 kg bag of beans uh, to the wholesaler. So it means this trader will sell the same 50 kg bag, that will be 9,000 kwacha plus the 9,000 kwacha he used to buy the beans from the farmer. So this 9,000 kwacha is the amount of, the price of the bag from the farmer, but on the way, the trader made these expenses costing 9,000 kwacha again. So when it comes to selling, you sell at 9,000 kwacha plus 9,000 kwacha, which is giving us 18,000 kwacha. So each trader will sell the same bag which was costing 9,000 kwacha, but now will be selling at 18,000 kwacha to the wholesaler. And once that bag reach Blantyre at wholesale level, the wholesaler will also incur some expenses. For example, there will be need for grading. So grading costing 1,000 kwacha. Maybe some other people will be helping in grading, and those people will need some cash out of that. They'll need to be paid. So 1,000 kwacha for grading. Then there'll also be need for packaging. Maybe packing the beans in 1 kg sack, then a pack or 2 kg pack, 5 kg pack, 10 kg pack. So those plastic packets, obviously they are going to buy from factory. So costing 1,500 kwacha packaging. Those who are helping in packaging as well, they'll need some payment. Apart from that, storage, obviously it means this bag, or once they have packed, they'll need to keep the product somewhere. So storage, 1,000 kwacha. And on storage, those maybe who are running some businesses, more especially when it comes to selling the items, you make sure that each and every item you are selling should contribute for rent. So for beans, in this case, the contribution for storage, 1,000 kwacha. Then we have wholesalers return. In order for the business to be running smoothly, at least the owner of the business should also have some profit. So in this case, for the wholesale return is 2,500 kwacha. If you add the expenses at the wholesaler level, they are adding up to 6,000 kwacha. So remember, the bag, which was at 9,000 kwacha from the farmer, it will no longer be at 9,000 kwacha, but rather the wholesaler will be selling the same 50 kg beans at 9,000 kwacha plus 9,000 kwacha plus 6,000 kwacha, costing 24,000 kwacha. So all the expenses incurred by each agent will be added to the product. So this wholesaler now, he will be selling the same 50 kg bag at 24,000 kwacha. It means the retailer, when will be buying from the wholesaler, will not be buying at 9,000 kwacha, not at 18,000 kwacha, but will be buying at 24,000 kwacha. Then this retailer, after buying from wholesaler at 24,000 kwacha, he might also meet some expenses. So these are the expenses: transporting the product from Blantyre town maybe to Ndilande, 300 kwacha. Then you need to display the product so that people should be buying or advertising, costing 2,400. Storage again, let's say maybe the grocery where you will be selling the product is for rent. It means rent contribution from this product beans 1,300. Then the retailer's commission, retailer's return at 8,000 kwacha. So each and every agent, after performing some marketing functions, obviously will need some commission or some return. So all those will be added up as charges. So the total charges or total expenses at retail level, they are coming at 12,000 kwacha. So if you can add 9,000 kwacha plus 9,000 kwacha plus 6,000 kwacha plus 12,000 kwacha, it is coming up to 36,000 kwacha. It means that bag, which was costing 9,000 kwacha at farmers level, and 18,000 kwacha at trader level, and 24,000 kwacha at wholesalers level. Now it will be costing 36,000 kwacha at retailer level, meaning the final consumer will not buy that bag at 9,000 kwacha, will not buy at 18,000 kwacha, will not buy at 24,000 kwacha, but rather will buy the same bag at 36,000 kwacha. So the final consumer price will pay the same 50 kg bag at 36,000 kwacha. Let's analyze the table. So the table shows marketing agencies at various stages in the marketing channel for beans, and it also shows what each marketing agency does and what each service costs. So we've seen that under each uh, marketing agency, as they were performing various marketing functions, those marketing functions were not done for free, but rather at a fee. So each service, there were some payments for each service. And you also notice that each of the marketing agencies had marketing functions to fulfill. For example, each trader are assemblers who gather small quantities of produce, hence they need sacks and transport. And the same applies even a wholesale level. They are supposed to do the grading, sorting, storage as well. Even yeah, so they also had many marketing functions which they all need money or payment at the end. The same applies at retail level. They will need to transport the product to the point where they are selling their products. So the sacks and transport from each trader, they are therefore expenses or costs. They are expenses or costs. So we can give an example of the each trader in form of a picture here that they need the sacks, so they are packing. So all these cannot be done by a single person. They'll need help. So those who are helping, they also need to be paid. So that's where the expenses or the costs are coming from. Let's proceed analyzing the table in terms of shares now. If you noticed, at the last column was showing the shares. So out of 36,000 kwacha, which was paid by final consumer, the farmer's share was only 25%, was 25%. How is this 25% coming from? So it's just a matter of dividing 9,000 kwacha by 36,000 kwacha. 9,000 kwacha was the price at at farmers level, divided by 36,000 kwacha, which is the price paid by final consumer, times 100%. So this is giving us 25%. For each trader, the shares is 25%. So this 25% is also coming after dividing 9,000 kwacha divided by 36,000 kwacha. 9,000 kwacha, these are the expenses at each trader level, divided by 36,000 kwacha, which is the price paid by final consumer, times 100%. This is giving us 25%. For wholesalers share is 16.67%. This is coming after adding the expenses at wholesale level, which was 6,000 kwacha. So it's 6,000 kwacha divided by 36,000 kwacha times 100%. The same applies for retailers share. It's coming up to 33.33%. This is coming after dividing the expenses incurred at retailer level, which is 12,000 kwacha, divided by 36,000 kwacha times 100%. So if you can note, the farmer is the manufacturer or the producer, and he is the one with so much work to do, starting from land preparation, taking care of the crop, up to harvesting. And yet out of the price paid by the final consumer is only getting 25%, while the trader who's just buying the commodity from the farmer and selling to the wholesaler is getting 25% share. The wholesaler again 16.67% share, and the retailer is getting much share out of it, which is very unfair to the farmer. So what are the ways of increasing farmers' share? So at least that the producer should have more share. Number one, farmers need to perform some marketing functions. So by performing some of the marketing functions, the farmer may be able to sell the product at least at a better price. Apart from that, farmers to skip some marketing agencies. So the farmer can use direct marketing channel whereby the product can be sold direct to the final consumer and at the better price. And lastly, just by increasing the price to scare away intermediaries. So by increasing the price at at farmers level, that will also help to increase the shares of the farmer. So these are some of the marketing functions the farmer can play so that at least will sell the products at high price. For example, we are talking of sorting, packaging, so that the product should look good and sell direct to the final consumer. From the table, what are the sources of marketing cost? From the table, can you identify sources of marketing costs? Your guess is right. The sources of marketing costs will therefore include the expenditure on assembling, packaging, storage, transportation, grading, and advertising. So they may also include expenses on licenses, taxes, and other marketing fees. So whichever marketing function which will be done at a fee, that one is the source of marketing costs. If each and every marketing function, someone will be paid on carrying out those marketing function, it means that's the source of marketing costs. So how do we calculate marketing costs? Total marketing cost can be calculated by adding up all the marketing expenses. So it's the total marketing cost that is from the intra-trader expenses you add to wholesalers expenses, then add to retailers expenses. For example, from the table, the expenses for intra-trader was 9,000 kwacha. Then you add to the wholesalers expenses, which was 6,000 kwacha. Then you add to the retailers expenses, which was 12,000 kwacha. So it means in our case, the total marketing cost is 27,000 kwacha. Remember, we said that at the end of this lesson, we should be able to understand the term marketing margin. So, total marketing margin is the gap or difference between retail price and the farm gate price. Or marketing margin of the product can also be the difference between what the person paid for the product and what he or she charges for it, or the cost to the seller and the cost to the consumer. For example, each trader bought beans from the farmer at 9,000 kwacha and he sells the same beans at the wholesaler at 18,000 kwacha. So the difference should be the margin, marketing margin, which is 18,000 kwacha minus 9,000 kwacha. So it means in this case 9,000 kwacha is the marketing margin, the difference between each trader and that of the farmer. So let's now calculate marketing margins for each stage of marketing channel. So marketing margin at each trader, it's 18,000 kwacha minus 9,000 kwacha. The each trader bought the bag at 9,000 kwacha and sold at 18,000 kwacha. So the gap or the difference, that's 9,000 kwacha, is the marketing margin. And then marketing margin at wholesaler level should be 24,000 kwacha minus 18,000 kwacha. 18,000 kwacha is the price the wholesaler bought from each trader, and the same wholesaler they are selling it at 24,000 kwacha. So the difference, which is 6,000 kwacha, is the marketing margin. Then lastly, marketing margin for retailer should be 36,000 kwacha minus 24,000 kwacha. The retailer bought from the wholesaler at 24,000 kwacha, and they sold the same bag at 36,000 kwacha. So the difference, which is 12,000 kwacha, is marketing margin. These can add up to final, to find the total marketing margin. And if we can add 9,000 kwacha plus 6,000 kwacha plus 12,000 kwacha, this is coming up to 27,000 kwacha. So it means total marketing margin, as we mentioned earlier, which is retail price minus farm gate price, it is reaching at 27,000 kwacha. So marketing margin describes how much more consumers have to pay after the commodity leaves the production point. So that's how we can describe marketing margin. Marketing margin describes how much more consumers have to pay after the commodity leaves the production point. So we've talked over marketing costs. We've also talked over marketing margin. What's the relationship between the two? What's the relationship between marketing costs and marketing margin? If you have observed, when we were calculating marketing costs, we found out that the total marketing cost from the table was adding up to 27,000 kwacha. And when we were adding up marketing margin, it was adding up to 27,000 kwacha. So we can happily conclude that marketing costs should be equal to marketing margin. Marketing costs should be equal to marketing margin. That makes the end of our lesson today. So far, we have defined what marketing costs are. We have defined what marketing margins are. Then we have identified the marketing costs along the marketing channel. And also, we have looked on the relationship between marketing costs and margin. But if there are any questions, you can use the WhatsApp number displayed, or you can just visit Xulendo or online just to find out more about this lesson. And here are the resources from which the lesson have derived from. So we have the books. You can also check so that you should have a deep understanding of the today's lesson. And there are also the links for the photo which we have used on this lesson. You can also check on the internet. We stop here until we meet on the next lesson. Goodbye.